Have you been waiting for rates to come down to buy a house? Well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news for you, okay? My name is Mike Novak from the Novak Real Estate Team, part of Real Brokerage, and we run one of the top teams for real estate sales right here in Snohomish County. We help about 250 families each and every year make a move. If you're thinking about buying, thinking about selling, reach out to us below. All our contact information is down below. Go check us out on Zillow or Google. You can see the hundreds of awesome reviews we've got from our past clients. Love to be a resource for you and help you out as well. Okay, so the topic at hand though, rates dropping. You're waiting for rates to drop to buy. Well, I've got news. You are also waiting for prices to go up, okay? So let's go back and let's recap the history of how we got to where we're at today. 2020, 2021, we saw record low interest rates. We're talking as low as 2.5%. I had some clients securing for 30-year fixed mortgages. That is like free money, guys. Inflation is typically 3%. So if your interest rate is less than 3%, you literally are getting free money. Pretty awesome, but it was not sustainable. It's probably never going back to that rate again. So if you're waiting for 3%, be ready for wait hundreds of years, okay? However, there are some good news to be found. There's some reasonable rates that have started to come out. In the low sixes is what we're seeing again. It had peaked at 7.9% in October of last year. I'm gonna put a graph up on the screen here. So I'm gonna show you first of all the graph of mortgage rates. And if you look, again, we're in the 3% range back in 2020, 2021, and then boom, 2022 comes, we're up to 6%. 2023, we're up to 7.7%. And then now we've started coming back down and we're in like the low to mid sixes. So all of a sudden sixes don't seem so bad. Well, if you look at the pricing history, I'll put the pricing graph up on the screen next, you can see that it kind of runs in tandem with the rates. There's direct correlation, right? So when the rates peaked, you kind of see the prices dropping. See that, right? You know, you could see that as prices peak, that's also when the interest rates were their lowest. So now that rates have started coming down, you're starting to see this uptick actually in sales price. Sales prices are up 5% right here in Snohomish County in January of 2024 as I'm shooting this video. And that's because rates have dropped. When rates drop, prices go up. It's that simple. So when you tell me that you're waiting for rates to come down, what you're really telling me is you're waiting for prices to go up, because that's the reality of what is going to happen, okay? So this is an important video. It's really important that you understand the dynamic of the market. Waiting for prices to drop, waiting for interest rates to come down. There are other angles to this in play, and it may not be in your best benefit to wait for one of those two things to happen. The best time to buy a house is when it's right for you. Buy a home because you want stability. Buy a home because you don't want to move around every year or two. Buy a home so that your payment is the same for the next 30 years. Buy a home so your kids end up in the school district you want them in, and they can go there for the entire time they're in school. Buy a home so you're building your own equity and not somebody else's. Don't buy a home trying to time the market. You cannot time the housing market just like you cannot time the stock market, okay? It's simply that easy. If you're thinking about making a move this year, I think rates are going to stay in the low sixes, maybe high fives. Now is your time. Get out there, make that move. You're gonna see more listings coming on. Sellers are starting to list their homes again simply because rates have come down. If they had a 3% rate, going to 8% was unfathomable, but going to 6%, not so bad. So you're starting to see sellers list their properties. That means more options for you. It also means there's a lot of competition out there. There's multiple offers going on again right now, and you need to have a strategy on how you're going to buy a house. So there you go. Stop waiting for rates to go lower, because you know now after watching this video, when rates go lower, prices go up. It's just a total washout. Buy a house when the timing is best for you. And of course, all my contact information is down below. Reach out to me. I'd love to help you.